Honey, you need to shine bright like a diamond. This way. Slice this one. Okay. Hello family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and here on this channel I create beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, in particular for the woman over 40. Now, I know almost everybody has already put up their New Year's resolution videos, and this is not what that is. Kind of, sort of, but not really. This video is all about the steps that I am going to take. That my goal is to make sure I do it somewhere between 90 and 100%, because I'm gonna get an A. I'm gonna make this the best year. I want to say the best year of my life, but you know, I did have grandchildren and a child, so those years were just amazing. I don't know if I can live up to that, but I want to make 2024 an amazingly fantastic year. And my way of doing that is to make certain that I am disciplined in everything that I do. My word for this year is discipline. Consistently being disciplined to do what I'm supposed to do, write down everything, plan. And I've put together some steps that I'm going to take, some things that I'm going to do to make my goal come to fruition by 2025. Now, if you like to see the things that I'm going to do, the steps that I'm going to take, and the advice that I'm going to give to you and myself, then stay tuned now. Let's get started. Okay, before I get started, I should have shown y'all my dress. It is from Amazon. This is really cute. It's nice and very, very comfy, very stretchy. As you can see, this is a size small, and it goes all the way down to my ankles. And this is where the arms are. As you can see, I should stop being lazy and do it. Let me stop being lazy and show you what the dress looks like. Hold on one second. Don't look at my husband's socks that I have on. It's cold. So this is what the dress looks like. And I think it comes in several different colors. It's very, very comfortable. It's really nice. And look at that stretch. Look at that stretch. So this is a small. I don't know who is dinging me. That's y'all niche idea. This is a small, but this could definitely fit a medium and probably, yeah, a large. But this is what it looks like. And of course, you know I got it in black. Y'all know black is my favorite color. I'm gonna wear this with my Mason Margiela boots, or my cow boots, as my daughter liked to call them, with the hooves. I love these boots. I want another pair. I want them in brown. But that is my outfit of the day, along with my husband's wool socks. Now let me set the shot back up. Okay, so this video may be a little long, so get you something to drink. I got me some tea here, and for you, look how this is a nice glass from Amazon. It's nice and thick. And for you people in the UK, again, this is how we in the South in America drink our tea. It's full of sugar. Probably got that much sugar. I'm just kidding. It is sweet. It's very sweet, and it's very cold. This is how we drink our tea in the US, sweet and cold. That's good. So I have my tea, and I have my iPad with my notes, because I don't want to forget anything. Pull it up here. So the first thing that I'm going to do this year, differently than I did last year, is I am trying to plan everything. I am going to write everything down. That way I have a checklist. I know that I am so much more efficient in everything that I do if I write it down and I have a checklist. And I don't feel guilty about not completing the checklist. Actually, I feel like I'm accomplishing more goals. I'm completing, and I do actually complete more tasks when I write them down. And so when I'm gonna plan everything, I'm gonna write it down as much as possible. I'm gonna have my little checklist, and then like I've done in the past, I've gone through the checklist throughout the day because I work from home. I go through my checklist. I look at it first thing in the morning when I get up after I have had my coffee and maybe something to drink. I look at my list for the day, and I do it on a daily basis. Like I'll plan the night before for the next day, and I also on TikTok, I'll see if I can find it on Amazon. I bought a yearly calendar. I'm not talking about a folding calendar. I'm talking about one big calendar for the entire year. Each line, it has a space across for every single month and every day of the year. I would show it to you, but it's stuck on the wall. And it came with little notepads, and you don't have to, it comes with notepads, but if I can find one that doesn't, then you can get the notepads. I think they're 2" by 3" on Amazon or wherever you get them from. I've already gone in and I filled out everyone's birthday for the year that is important to me. I've already put in dates that I know are important, so I can schedule my whole year. I can schedule my whole year at a glance, or I can look at my entire year at a glance. For someone who's visual, who's creative, this is so nice to have. So I've already put everyone's birthdays on there, mine and Shadia's and her husband and the grandkids and the kids and my husband and my important friends. I've also go ahead and made appointments for the year, like my yearly exam and my eye exam, and they're already on there. I have Post-it notes right now for upcoming events and things are going to happen, and then events that I'm going to go to. So it's really nice to be able to look at that whole year at a glance, and that way I can plan around everything. So my goal is to plan as much as possible. Plan for the day, plan for the week, plan for the year. And so normally I get up in the morning, I look at my plan for the day. I don't necessarily have a plan for the day, but I have things that I need to do for the day. And I go and I put the most important tasks first. So I'll try to get those done and I'll check them off. And that way, if I don't get to everything, what I do before I go to bed is I'll circle them. And I'll make this a habit. I'll circle those things that I didn't get to, and that'll be the first thing I look at tomorrow when I get up. And that way, when I go to bed, I'm not stressed about, did I forget to do something? What didn't I do? I don't stress about that. In the past, I have not. So, but it works out a lot better for me. It makes my life more efficient when I do that, and I feel more satisfied. I feel like I've accomplished more things at the end of the night when I do that. So my goal this year is to make sure I plan ahead of time as much as possible, whether it be for the day, whether it be for the week, whether it be for the year. As soon as I can find out things that are going to transpire throughout the year, I go ahead and I have colored Post-it notes. So things that are just for me, pertain to just me, they're all in pink, and I've written them and I've posted them on the calendar throughout the year. For the family, I have it in green. For work, I have it in yellow. So I already know just by the color of the Post-it note what this corresponds to in regards to my life. So this is something crucial that I am going to make certain that I consistently do. And my word for the year is discipline. I need to be more disciplined and consistent in the things that I'm going to do. And so I really need to focus on being disciplined in planning for my routines and planning my tasks out. The next thing I'm gonna do is work on myself self-improvement. And I am a person that consistently does that. I don't know if you do that, but that is something that I consistently do. And so what I do, I lean on my very closest friends and I'll ask them, and this is something you can do, but you have to be open to feedback that you may not want to hear, stuff about yourself that you may not want to hear. So if you're not open to that, if you don't sit and have a conversation with self, look at the man in the mirror, if you're not willing to do that, then this portion may not be for you. But this is something I don't mind because I know that I can be better tomorrow than I was yesterday. So I'm always working on self-improvement. But this year I'm going to be disciplined and I'm going to be strategic in the way that I do that. And I'm going to partner with one of my close friends. I have, y'all know about my great tribes. And I'll just ask them, what do you think I need to improve on? And I have at least 5 ladies that are around me. And when I say around, I mean not physically around me, but that I talk to consistently, who know me. I mean, who know me. And they'll be able to tell me, what do I need to prove on internally, in me, my values. They're probably gonna tell me I need to watch that math of mine sometime. And even externally, a lot of times people don't want to say something to someone. For instance, if you have someone that you love who has halitosis, it's very, and when I tell you, it's very, very difficult to have that conversation with someone. I've had to have that conversation with people that I love, and it is so hard to have that conversation because you just don't know how they're going to take it. But I've leaned on, I love them and I don't want them going out and being out in public and people saying things about them behind their back. So this is something I have to say. So that is a very difficult conversation to have. So for me, I'm always open to feedback. I'm open to, even if I disagree, and I will say, that ain't true. Even though I know it's true the whole time, but I really want to do that at least every 3 or 4 months, or within the next few weeks, and make a plan to improve that over the course of a year. So I'm gonna have some conversations with some people that I love dearly and that love me dearly, who can say, this is something I think you need to work on, whether it be internally or whether it be physically. Now, they don't have to tell me about the physical because I already done figured it out. I need to work on this. This menopause tummy is getting out of control. And when I looked in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw. And I know I'm small. I know, but this tummy is bothering me. I've had one on and off throughout since I turned 40, which is probably when I started the menopause. I remember I was 47 when I started having menopause symptoms. So off and on, depending on how much I exercise or how much I don't exercise, I've had it off and on. But here lately, she's a bit out of control, and I've already started to rectify the situation. So I already know I need to work on this belly because I'm not happy when I look in the mirror. And so if I'm not happy about it, there are 2 options. I can ignore it or I can do something about it. So I'm gonna do something about it. But the internal, I'm just gonna have to get that feedback from someone else. I'm sure my husband, who was watching this video, would love to tell me what I need to fix. I ain't asking him. I'll ask somebody else. Okay, next. The next thing I'm gonna do, and I have do not look at my handwriting. I have my list on my iPad here. Is I'm going to write down my goals for the year and steps to achieve those goals. But I'm going to write the steps to achieve those goals in a different place, but the actual goals for the year, I'm going to write them down and I'm going to put them on a piece of paper and I'm going to post them somewhere that I have to see them every single day, which is probably going to be on the door on the way into my office. I'll have to look at those goals every day going in and out. And so it'll put a subconscious picture in my head about what I need to do, the goals that I need to be working on. It's a reminder. That's an intentional thing to do. So as I see the reminder, or I don't see it, but I actually see it, my actions will start corresponding to achieving those goals. And that's really what I want to do. So I'm going to write my goals down. I'll probably have a list about somewhere between 5 and 10. I'll probably have more 10 because I'll have personal goals and I'll have professional goals. And I'm going to bullet point those and I'm going to put those on the door. Then I'll go and write down steps to achieve those goals and start working on the steps to achieve those goals. And do that with intention on a daily basis. The next thing I'm gonna do, which I already do, but I'm just gonna make certain that I use them more often. I definitely used one of them more often, and that is keep a running set of lists in my cell phone. So right now I have my grocery list, which is funny because I have my grocery list and my husband and I share that grocery list. So even when he's out of town, he can look at the grocery list on we have iPhones on the phone and add to the grocery list. So I always have a grocery list on my phone, and then if I'm cooking, I'm doing something and I need some more salt, I need some more of this, I go pick my phone up and just add to the list. That way when I get ready to actually go grocery shopping, I have this list of things that I need that I might have forgotten about. And so that I'm just not wasting my time. I can go in the grocery store, there's going to be so many things that I want. But then don't you hate when you get home from the grocery store and you open the refrigerator and you don't have any eggs and you just didn't even think about getting some eggs? So that list will prevent all of that. I also have a Christmas list. I start my Christmas list the day after Christmas. Every year for everybody. So as I'm going throughout my year, I have somebody's name there and I'll add things to the list. And I never get everything on the list because it gives me options. It's just too much. I don't have that much money, but it does give me options at the end of the year, and I'm listening to the things that they say. So I give great Christmas gifts because I heard you say in February that you wish you had a red sweatsuit. So I'm gonna get you a sweatsuit for Christmas, and you forgot all about it. But when you open the box, you're gonna be so happy that you had that you got that red sweatsuit, because you forgot that it's something you truly want. So I'm gonna keep my running list as I have now, and maybe add to the list as well. One thing that I want to add to the list is books. When people are talking about books that they read and they sound interesting to me, I'm gonna put a list on my phone of books. That way when I go to the bookstore or I sit down and I'm ordering books from Amazon or wherever, I can have that list and go ahead and start accumulating my book library, because I love to read. My husband loves to read, and we really want a library, or at least a wall of books in our home. The next thing that I'm going to do to make certain I have a great year this year is do something that stimulates my brain outside of scrolling on social media. And the one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start back reading actual books. Now, I love Audible. When I tell you I love me some Audible, I probably listen to, I know I listened to no less than 15 to 20 books. It was way more than that. It probably was 30 to 40 books last year, because I like to get a series of books. And so I listened to a lot of books on Audible last year, but there's something about sitting down and turning the page. And even though that's for enjoyment, when I'm reading books, and I love to read books, they have intellectually stimulating words in them, words I've never heard before, where I have to stop and go research or look up the word to determine the meaning of it. Sometimes I can determine the meaning of it based on the context of the way it was written, but I love to see a word I don't know what that word means, and I go look that word up. So it's so stimulating to me. I'm not gonna say I'm a wordsmith, but I love learning new words and learning the background behind the word, the history of the word. So what I'm going to do is start actually reading books, turning the pages, and get back to, I think I deleted that app off my phone. I had an app where it sends you a new word every single day, and that brought me so much enjoyment. I think I deleted it because I was getting so much on my phone and so much on my email every day, and it was just too much. So I'm gonna put it back on, because that's very intellectually stimulating for me. It stimulates my brain. It makes my brain start wondering, oh, I wonder what the word, what's the origin of the word? Where did it come from? What language was it first written in? And that sort of thing. So I think for yourself and for myself, especially as we age and we're going through menopause or going out of menopause, or we get forgetful and we don't have a lot of things that are stimulating us intellectually. And I don't ever want to just slope down on when it comes to my intellect. So I want to make certain that I plan to do activities, particularly reading, that stimulate my brain. I can do crossword puzzle as well. I'm tell you something. Doing crossword puzzles with my husband. And of course, I knew he was smart. He's a pilot. But I didn't know he was that smart. And I tell everybody that I did not know Ben was that smart. I knew he was smart. But we'll do a crossword puzzle. Now, when it comes to trending topics, I got him. Oh, Lord knows, I got him. But when it's not, or it's in the medical field, we both, he works in the medical field as well. So we're both, I'm just a little bit, I have a little more knowledge than he does. Because I have a master's in nursing administration. And I've worked as a nurse. But when it comes to other stuff, I oftentimes find myself asking him, how do you know that? And not just how do you know that, why would you know that bit of information? I don't know, he was homeschooled, and he loved to read, and he loved to read about anything. So he read books a lot. He played outside. He didn't watch television. He didn't eat sugar. That's crazy. But he played outside, and he read a lot of books as he was growing up. And so he is very, very intelligent. Actually, one of the most intelligent people I know, which is fascinating. Just a little tidbit. The next thing I'm going to do is plan my self-care. You have heard me talk about self-care and how important it is for all of us, but I have never just planned my self-care. Now I'm a member of Massage Envy, so I'll go get me a massage. I don't go every month. But my goal this year is to plan it. I'm gonna plan to go at least once a month, but I like an hour and a half. I like a 90-minute massage because you get a full massage. You get a 60-minute massage, they're only in there for 45, 50 minutes. You don't get the whole experience. I like the whole 90-minute massage, but I'm going to plan it. I'm gonna try my best to plan it out for at least 5 months. And not only just plan out my massage, I'm gonna add my nail appointment. I'm gonna add my pedicure appointment. Now, I don't get pedicures all winter long because nobody's seeing my feet except for my husband. So typically typically during the winter, I'll take the polish off and give my toenails some time to breathe. And then over the summer, of course, I have the full beat on my toes all summer long. But I'm going to plan my massage appointments. I'm going to plan my nail appointments. If I want to get a facial, I will plan that as well. I'm going to plan on those days. I'm going to just make an entire day of it. And I will plan it around my husband's schedule when he's out of town, because I really want to spend more time with him. I will plan my self-care days on that day. The next thing I'm going to do, and I really recommend you do this as well, is get an accountability partner. Because you know, we can fall off the wagon and we can fall off the wagon and lay on the ground, just lay there, pull a cover up and take a nap for a minute. I want an accountability partner, someone that I am going to speak with once a week, even if it's just for a 15-minute time span, 15 minutes to say, okay, Angela, where are you on your exercise goal? Because one of my goals for the year, I told you, is to get rid of this. Where are you for your exercise goal this week, and why haven't you? And I want her to ask me, why haven't you exercised this week? My goal is to exercise minimum of 3 days a week. On the days that I am not going to the gym, that I need to be at home, I need to get up and I need to stretch for a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes every single day. And I need to be lifting some weights with this left arm. My shoulder is I still have a torn rotator cuff. I am going to have surgery later on, not later this year, but sometime this year. Within the next few months is my goal. We'll see, depending on what the doctor has available. But I can already tell that my muscle is wasting, or I'm getting a muscle atrophy. And so I'm gonna start lifting weights with this arm, just, light weights with this arm pre-surgery. So I need someone that's gonna hold me accountable for that. Did you eat better this week? Because she will eat a bag of Cheetos in 3 days. I'm talking about the party size bag. And so I need an accountability partner. And I don't want it to be one of my friends. I really want it to be someone that's not, well, my friends will hold me accountable as well, but I need it to be, and I have friends that exercise, probably shouldn't have said that. But I want it to be someone who has goals that are similar to mine, someone who understands my plight. So if your goal is to exercise, more this year, to eat better this year, then that's what the kind of accountability partner I want. And maybe it's one of you. If you like to be my accountability partner, you're gonna need to send me an email. I don't want you to leave your phone number. You just send me an email if you want to be my accountability partner. I need an accountability partner for the year. But that is going to be very important to me to keep on task. This next thing is not for me because I work from home, so I have a limited interactions with people. But so this is for you, and I did this when I was working. I did this when I was working in the hospital, is limit your time around negative people. It is so emotionally draining to be around people that are negative. I remember when I worked at the last hospital, which was in Saudi Arabia, there were two people there, and I would see those individuals. Either they would come to my office or, they'd call and I'd go to their office on a regular. Every single time I would see them, they had something negative to say about, not necessarily about themselves, about people. There was just, oh, this is happening, or that is happening, or guess what happened to me, and this shouldn't be happening, and it was always something very negative. It was so draining. Like I started dreading seeing both of them. And so I just started, like, if she called, I'm not answering the phone. I didn't want to be rude or want to be mean. I just stopped answering the phone, and I stopped going to their office, and I just stopped opening my office door. I just would leave the door locked. I can't. It was just extremely emotionally draining. I recommend just limiting your time around negative people. You don't have to be rude or be mean about it. Just keep them at arm's length. Just keep them at arm's length. The next thing I'm going to do, and I haven't done, but I've talked to you all about doing it, but it's much easier for me. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is make certain that I have my out the door clothes ready in case I need to run out the door. And that's happened to me a couple of times where I've had to run out the door, and I've had a couple of outfits ready in the past that I've worn them and forgot to replenish those outfits. So I have my little rack now. If you saw my last video, I have my little rack, and I'm gonna create a couple of out the door looks on the very end, along with what I'm going to wear for the week. So I'm gonna be very, very intentional about what I am going to wear for the week, rather than getting up in the morning after I finish my routine, just going through my closets and looking and to find what I'm going to wear. And that way I will actually get out of my pajamas, because there are several days I will wear my pajamas all day long. I done got up, washed my face, brushed my teeth, stretched a little bit, had breakfast, and just went and sat down in my office to start working. And next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock. I done had them pajamas on all day long. And I just really don't want to do that. I think I'm much more productive if I'm dressed. I'm not talking about a full dress beat, but I'm talking about some lounge wear. The next thing that I'm gonna do to make 2024 the best year ever is trying something new. I am going to try something new. I already know what the new is going to be. I do want to learn how to really sew. I want to learn how to make a pair of slacks. Can y'all imagine if I learn how to make a pair of slacks? My ultimate goal is to learn how to make a coat. You wouldn't better tell me nothing. You wouldn't better tell me nothing, but I want to learn how to sew. But the new thing that I'm going to learn how to do this year is learn how to play pickleball. I kept hearing about it, and Ronnie came and we met one of her friends for lunch, and she was talking about her and her husband do pickleball all the time. Now, you know it's cold outside. So you know I'm not going outside right now. She will not be outside until the temperature hits above 75. But once it hits above 75, I'm going to call Ronnie's friend and her husband, because you know me and my husband, well, I was going to say we're competitive. I am much more competitive than he is. I am probably the most competitive person you know. Do not play me in anything, because I am playing to win. I'm a great teammate. I am playing to win. We're going to strategize. We're going to win this thing, okay? But her and her husband play pickleball, and my husband is pretty athletic like myself, so I'm going to set up some pickleball dates. I will film some of it. When I tell you, whoo, I'm excited about it. I can't wait. I wanted to learn how to do. I wanted to do Pilates, but this broke wing, this rotator cuff, and I say wing. I say wing because I'm an angel. Instead of my arm, but I can't do Pilates because of that. And I did want to play golf. I really wanted to. I had already signed up for Krav Maga, but I really can't do that. Can't be flipping and throwing people and being thrown on the floor with this arm, but I can, because I'm right-handed. I can play pickleball. I'll let y'all know how that goes. And the last thing that you can do, I'll tell you what I have done, is to create a small routine that's gonna benefit you over time. And it's just about you. A small routine that you're gonna do every day, that you're willing to do every day, something that's not painful. That's going to benefit you over time. And I just started this week. So that routine is, because it's cold. Now the routine is going to change up a little bit once it gets warm outside. But for right now, it's cold. Now I can't sleep well in a hot house, but I'm very cold nature, so I like the house to be warm during the day. But when I'm sleeping at night, I like for it to be cool. So I turn the temperature in the house down to 68. Now for some of you, that may be warm. I keep my temperatures at 75 right now. I promise you it's at 75. That's cold. So when I get up in the morning, my routine is to get up in the morning, go turn the air up, turn the electric blanket all the way up, because it's on very low, because I done slept under the low setting all night long, because again, 68 is cold. Turn the electric blanket all the way up so it gets really hot, so it's nice and hot. You know, then I'll turn it off in about 15 minutes. Wash my face, brush my teeth, get back into bed, and I have my little red light face mask that I put on my face. Turn it on, click, put my little eye things on, and just lay there listening to something on YouTube or listen to a podcast. And it's so relaxing. And how is that gonna benefit me? It's gonna make my skin just beautiful and supple. It's gonna take care of some issues with my skin. So that is the routine that I have started that's gonna benefit me over time. It's gonna benefit my skin on my face over time. And it makes me happy. I get back into bed. It gives me my body time to warm up, because the blanket is hotter now. So I'm warming up, and then by the time I get out of the bed in 30 minutes, because I'm laying there, the mask stays on, I think somewhere like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think it stays on that long. I take that off, and I might scroll on my phone, and my alarm will go off in 30 minutes, and I get out of the bed. So the house is nice and warm. I'm not cold, because when I get cold, I get irritated. And so the house is nice and warm, and I can start my day. But so that is the small routine that I've started that's going to benefit me. What is a small routine that you could start that's going to benefit you? let me know in the comments. Well, that's it, family. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I don't do a lot of sit down and talk videos, except for I did do that with Shy did, 7 questions. You should ask your mom before, while you still can. If you haven't seen that video, I'll try to put a link of it on here or make it the next video after this video so you can take a look at it. It is a good video. It is a really good video. And after that video, after I watched it, which I enjoyed being a part of it, and I enjoyed watching it again for edits, I came up with some more questions. And so let me know if you want me to do a part two of that video, because I had several questions that I thought about after that I wish that were on the list. Now, thank you so much for joining me. Know that I appreciate you. Also, if you have not subscribed, because I think there is something going on, something weird going on with YouTube. The subscriber count is not where it should be compared to the amount of people that are watching the video. I don't know what's going on. I know that oftentimes I have gone to look at videos or people that I have subscribed to, and somehow I got unsubscribed. So if you haven't subscribed, or if you have and maybe you think you haven't been getting the videos, or maybe you think somehow you got unsubscribed, I would greatly appreciate your support by hitting that subscribe button, giving me a thumbs up on the videos if you love them, and if you think it's very entertaining or educational and it's something that someone else would enjoy, I would really, really appreciate it if you would share it with someone. Now, again, thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you for watching. Know that I appreciate it. Know that you are loved, and know that myself and my family want you to have the most blessed day. Bye-bye.